I'm celebrating. Maybe. It's gonna go. Woohoo! I just beat the Elite Four! Hey guys, it's me again, Joshua, and I wanted to talk about the team I just beat the Elite Four with. I just played through Pokemon Omega Ruby for the first time. I'd only beat about halfway through and then I'd stop playing it, and I don't know why I ever did that. Because this was an amazing game, full of twists and turns. I mean, it was a lot like the original, but 10 times better. Of course, I beat the Elite Four with the team of six, and I want to go over that with you guys. I just want to let you guys know I did start with Mudkip, the greatest Pokemon of all time. Go ahead and challenge me on that. You can't do nothing about it because you know I'm right. But let's go ahead and jump right into this, and starting with Pokemon number one. So speaking on the number one, I just wanted to get my HM slave, the B-Barrel of the group. It only knew Dive, Cut, Strength, and Rock Smash, and I gave it the Sea Incense to kind of power up its dive move, but I never used it in battle. It was only for HMs. So get that strength going. I've never really used B-Barrel, but I was really surprised at its level up move pool. Like it was pretty good in Omega Ruby. Um, but he was a good old boy for me the whole time, and I got him to level 65 not because I raised him, but because the experience share kind of helped out all my Pokemon, but and it was traded over, so therefore it leveled up at a higher rate. So there's that too. But its attack stat was pretty good at 141. So had I really wanted to use it in battle, it would have been worth it. Now let's move on to one of my favorite ever of all time Pokemon, Swampert. So I always pick it every single time. Started the journey with Mudkip, got the Swampert, you know, moving it on. I normally name them Muddy, but I named this one Muddy Buddy. Oh, Swampert, Swampert. It gets me so. My level 66 Muddy Buddy, bless his little heart, knew Hammer Arm, Rock Slide, Surf, and Earthquake. No, and he held the Expert Belt. And not that he really needed it. Like I just threw some items on right before the Elite Four on some of my Pokemon, like the Barrel in this one, and a few others, but I'll talk more about that. But the Expert Belt just slightly boosts super effective moves. I knew that there was a few things he'd be super effective on. But it was the only untraded Pokemon of my pack, so it leveled up at the normal rate as Swampert has, but I love him, and he's a strong attacker, just like a lot of my Pokemon at 187. Coming in next is Here Comes Luxray. My level 68 Luxray, which was a male, which will come in with it's got the rivalry ability, and it basically does more damage to the same gender. So I mean that helps. I had four males and two females on my team by the end, but it knows Volt Switch, Thunder Fang, and Discharge for stab moves, and Crunch for just a little bit of coverage, and it's holding the Chesto Berry because there was one point in the Elite Four where I got Yawn, and I didn't realize in this generation that um, Yawn is erased once the battle's over. So, but it's still nice to have. So, this was one of my earlier Pokemon that I knew I wanted on the team. Um, so it kind of stuck around for a long time. But its attack stat was 220. I don't know why I had so many high attackers, but it happened like that. But he did have some special attacking moves, just for coverage, and the Volt Switch is always good to have for just strats. The next one on my team is one that sat in my box for a while, sadly. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to use that. I actually was using another fire Pokemon for a while, but I needed a flyer because everybody knows at one point in earlier generations that you need a flying Pokemon. So I decided on Talonflame. My level 63 Talonflame, she knew Fire Blast, Me First, Fly, and Steel Wing, which she actually knew Peck, and then I was like, we're getting rid of that. We're gonna go ahead and teach the Steel Wing and Flame Charge, but the Flame Charge just it didn't it wasn't doing it. It wasn't doing it. So I went ahead and taught her Fire Blast. She was one of those ones that I just slapped an item on, and it was the Lax Incense, which basically raises her evasion from other Pokemon. And her ability was Flame Body, so if you have contact with her, there's a probability you might get burned. And her speed stat was 197, so that was the best stat, and ain't no way you gonna catch her. So if she catches you on fire, you better find a Swampert. I only do that because we're moving on to Go-Go. What? She got that miracle seed because she's boosting those grass type moves. No, I'm just kidding. But no, she really was. Her moveset was Leaf Blade, Strength, Earthquake, and Horn Drain. Two of those are grass stabs, so what the what? But I'm very much aware that I already had Bibarel with strength, but I just wanted some kind of normal move that was less likely to be resisted. And Earthquake, just because Earthquake is a good move to have. That's what it would like to be having in the middle of an earthquake. Go-Go is level 71. She really jumped up there. She was one of the latter Pokemon that I decided to use, but like she played a big part in Wallace's gym. I know I could have used Luxray, but I was vibing with Go-Go, so it was about that life. And that 177 attack, pooh, yeah, about that life. Before we move on to the six Pokemon in my party and the Mega Evolver, which totally worth the wait, I do want to give two shout outs to two separate Pokemon. The first one being Vivian. Vivian was there at the very beginning. It only got to like level 22 before I switched it out. But that was the exact one, the purple and everything. So super fun, super cool, super loved it. And the second Pokemon I want to shout out is Simisear. Simisear was the other fire type that I talked about that I was using for a while, but I needed a flyer. I think I only got it up to like 42 or 43, maybe. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. I don't know. But so that was my shout out. Get ready to yourself as the sixth and final addition to our team is Bennett. We finished this game as he was level 77. Um, and its ability is insomnia, so I never really needed a Chesto Berry here because he ain't falling asleep no matter what. Um, and he swoop in with an attack of 214. Amazing. I'd never raised this Pokemon, so I was super excited about it. Like, and it ended up being awesome. That attack set is Dazzling Gleam, Knockoff, Shadow Sneak, and Shadow Ball. And the two shadows are for some stab move going on there, but that Dazzling Gleam really came in handy against those dark types, which would knock him through the roof. And also those dragon types during the Dragon Master and the Elite Four, so really came in handy. And then he's gonna Mega Evolve. Check this bad boy out. Tell me that ain't crazy. Like something off of American Horror Story or something. Amazing looking Pokemon. Super powerful. Super amazing. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Oh my gosh. And I loved the game altogether. It was all a pleasure to do, and I would do it again. I'm gonna get Alpha Sapphire, and I love Kyogre as much as I love Groundon. Kyogre's my boy. You know, we're bros. We're doing it. We're getting it big. So I highly recommend it. The story has changed, and just the graphics. It's such an amazing. Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald were all good, but this blew it through the park. So until next guy night. Until next time, guys. Obviously, I can't talk.